Hello everyone, my name is Lemmy and welcome to Lemmy's Lair. VCT. That's all I'm doing right now because school's very busy and this is all I've been watching. So sorry about that. A lot of things have happened. China's over already, which is crazy. EDG won, are we surprised? I was. I expected EDG to lose this, but they didn't, which is okay. So, yeah, I mean, we have like the official power ranking, and to be honest, I don't think I disagree with anything either. Like, EDG's best in China, we're used to that. After that is Trace, which I also agree with. Trace looks really good, man. They played really well the first time they played EDG, and then they fell off a bit. And then Billy, and then Dragon Ranger, which was kinda shocking to me, but it shouldn't be at this point. They played a really good game against FPX, I cannot lie. Well, they kind of got smoked. But trust me, they did. They played a good game. I watched it. Thing is, first time in history where, first time in years where FPX doesn't make a tournament. Which is kind of crazy, but it also makes sense to me. Because, like, they kind of were doing the same thing they always do, which is coasting. And out of these teams, I mean, All Gamers lost to Nova and Gila. They took a map off Gila. Tyloo lost to Tech and Dragon Ranger. Yeah. Tyloo's probably the worst. And then All Gamers or Tech. They haven't matched up, so we don't really know. I'm gonna put them. Where's Tyloo? I think this is a fine list, to be honest. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I don't think anything's great about it. I think Wolves are not bad. I don't know. This is what we got basically, except JGG and Wolves are flipped, but Wolves matched up against Nova, so yeah. China, my pick'ems weren't great. None of them landed, which is okay. Barely. Got a solid 45. I'm getting destroyed in me and Sean's battle. This happened. We... Fuck. I'm a Paper X fan, but god, these guys suck. So now is where the opinions come in, because I have opinions. I think... I can't say Global are the worst team. Is it Team Secret? Is Team Secret or Zeta? Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna put Zeta above Team Secret because I like Zeta. But that's about it. Like, they're both not good. Which I thought they were gonna be good, but they're not. At all. After that, I don't know. Like, why do DFM look good? Because, like, out of these, it's Boom or Global, and I'd take Boom, because personally, Boom played pretty decently. They just got matched up against good teams. So, Global, and then Boom. Now it gets kind of difficult. These teams. I think it's... okay. Paper X are the most inconsistent team in Valorant history. So I don't know where to place them. Like, I swear to God, they can just win Pacific next split. They can just win it. But they got lost to DFM and T1. Also, my pick'ems were so close. If Paper X won this game, T1 go through this whole bottom bracket, it would have hit so good. But yeah. So I don't know what to put them at, to be honest. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Could be bias. RRQ. Then Nongshim. Nongshim look really good, surprisingly. Like they didn't beat like the hard hitters, but they didn't lose to something easy, you know? They beat Zeta, which they should have beaten. They beat RQ, which was kind of surprising, but RQ don't look great. And they beat Boom, and Boom's actually decent too. But like they lost to DRX and Talon, and they were supposed to lose to those teams. So to be honest, it's not bad. Uh, now it's Paper X, I think. This is how they've been playing. They obviously have more potential. They could be here. They just got to get their shit together. Then DFM. DFM played well, but they just matched up against Gen G. You can't beat Gen G ever. But yeah. Other than that though, your top 4 teams. You have Talon, Gen G, T1, and DRX. DRX beat Gen G. It was a crazy game, dude. Like, I did not expect that. But also, what's up with Texture? He was debatably the best team in the best team in the best player in the world last year, debatably. I would say that he's a little he's top 5. Solid top 5. But lost to DRX and Texture isn't looking great. I think obviously the worst one here is Talon. They're okay. They beat Nongshim barely. I don't know. They're really like okay. They are not a combination play team. They are solely depending on Primi to play well. And if Primi doesn't play well, they just lose games. Like, they played against Global. Premi played well. Jibboys is, I give him credit. He's been playing really well. Like, he wasn't like a standout or anything, but he's playing decent. And like they played against T1 and Premi played pretty good still, but not the greatest. Not to the level you need to, and they lost. But also T1's is just a great team. So yeah, Town's really heavily depending on Primi. Honestly, there's like a say to put it here, but until proven otherwise, like we can put him here, honestly. But until proven otherwise, I will not. Uh, After that, it's kind of difficult. I think Gen G, honestly. Gen G aren't looking great. Like, this is obviously a decent game that they played, but like, okay, if you're like a solid top team, you should not be dropping a map to RRQ. Especially one where you kind of get cooked. But like, overall, they're okay. Like, Texture's going -6. He's just taking like 1v1s. He has 19 first deaths in a best of 3. And only one map went to OT. Like, it doesn't solely fall on Texture, obviously. But he's not playing the greatest, and we'll have to see. Gen G could have a massive fall off. Then out of the top 2, I think it's T1. T1 looks so solid. They probably are going to win this first tournament, which I'm okay with. They just look so good. Like every thing that they're doing, it's just working. Izu's an amazing player. Meteor's okay. Stax is okay, I think. Sylvian's inconsistent to say the least. Some days he plays like literally the best player on the planet. Sometimes he's not good. It's very weird. But yeah. Stax is okay. I don't think he's bad. He's just fallen off a little bit. He's getting older, which is okay. But yeah, I think T1's gonna win Pacific. I think they're gonna go really far. May win. Is it Bangkok? Yeah, may win Bangkok. To be honest. Uh, yeah. Now I have the EMEA scene. I've been watching EMEA a lot. It's actually very interesting. Except I want to literally die because my top 4 favorite teams. I like 3 teams, like actually like, and if I had to choose a 4th, it would be this, okay? I love Koi. Love Koi. I love Na'Vi. I love Apex. And if I had to choose a 4th team, it'd be Karmine Corp. All 4. Bottom. God, this... Okay. We can rank them real quick. A lot of stuff happened. Apex loses to Gentlemaids, which was not too surprising. Because they were using their coach, but also it's just like... Apex is bad. Like, it's a bad team. But I don't think it's the worst team in the league. I think the worst team in the league may be Koi. Because, like, they have good players, but they're just not connecting yet. We'll have to see. Because, like, some games Koi looks great, you know? And then the other game, they just get crushed. Like, Koi is so inconsistent. Way more inconsistent than any other team I've seen. Yeah. So I'm gonna put Koi rock bottom and Apex right above that, but it's close. They aren't great, to be honest. After that, Na'Vi versus Karmine Corp. I mean, we've had that matchup. It was a great game, by the way. But yeah, I don't know who Aves is, but apparently he's the second coming of I don't even know who. But yeah, they're okay. They just need to find their footing. But they aren't looking great. Na'Vi. Now the thing is, we can put Karmine Corp over a few other teams too. Because the other teams that got out, like Gentlemaids, Giant X, maybe even BBL. So who did BBL face? Oh, BBL beat Fnatic. I don't think I can put him low then. It sucks. I don't know, to be honest. BBL, I haven't seen too many of their games, to be honest, but I think I'm gonna put Karmine Corp over Giant X and Gentlemaids. And if I have to choose between Giant X and Gentlemaids, I think I would take Giant X because I think beating Wait, Giant X beat Karmine Corp? Oh. Well, that kind of ruins my argument. I'm going to call it a fluke. But yeah, Giant X... they're okay. Beating Karmine Corp is actually a very great accomplishment, but taking a map off BBL and that's about it. Losing to Team Liquid. Is Team Liquid good? They lost to Foot, and then they beat Apex, Giant X, BBL. Those aren't too great, I guess, but like, I don't know. Like, did they get crushed or no? Yeah, a little. Like, I'm trying to like gauge stuff, you know? Like, how good is this team? How good is this team? Because I haven't seen too many games because I've been busy. But like, dang, that looks like a good game. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to gauge something, but like, did Kiko just awaken or something? I don't know. Oh, I did forget about this game. Floor is the best duelist in APAC. Not APAC, EMEA. I think so. Genuinely. Like, she's played 2 games. This game was rough. I cannot lie. They kind of got smoked. And Floor was still putting up, like, pretty decent numbers. Not the greatest numbers, but pretty okay. And then in that Team Liquid game, she was a beast. Still lost, so who knows, man? Who knows? But what we can do is for now, let's see. Sorry, I'm all over the place right now. BBL beat Fnatic. I don't know how. Fnatic don't look great. I'm gonna be honest. Fnatic don't look great. They had a little duelist replacement because they dropped Durka. And they lost to BBL, which is like, you know, jump scare, whatever. Then they play Na'Vi and they look good. They look really good. They did drop a map, but like they play consistent games. God damn it, I forgot how down to the wire this game was. But yeah, Fnatic beat Na'Vi. Good game. K-Jack, absolutely crazy. Did not expect that game out of him. But there's two players that are not great. They beat Gentlemates. Honestly cooked them. K-Jack, another amazing game. But Crashies, not playing his greatest. Then Fighting Foot, again. Crashies, okay game, but then Boaster. Like, Crashies and Boaster are just not... They're... Okay. They are okay players, but they cannot be on the same team. Because, like, we've had... It's only Boaster, really. Or FNS is also a good one. We've had, like, calm-only IGLs, you know? That have been able to play like that. Maybe I can put Fnatic under Karmine Core. No, Karmine Core need more to prove. But, we've had, like, calm-only IGLs, or players on the team that their util or something about their gameplay is so good that they don't need aim. But, you can't do that. You can have two people on that team, because you're basically praying that the three others, like, cook, you know? And they just didn't. Which is okay. The Fnatic can miss a tournament or two. I don't know if they're gonna make a tournament this year, though. What's up with Team Liquid? They good? Because, like, they beat BBL, who beat Fnatic. Like, it's so weird. I don't know how to explain it. It seems like their entire... Like, Patitech's good. Keiko's good. Nats is good. I don't know about these other two. But, like, our Team Liquid just a good team? Like, they seemed alright in the Apex game, but, like... And I've always been a Keiko fan, but, like, dude... I don't know. I'm gonna say Team Liquid are good, but they are definitely the worst out of this top four. Every other team is like a super team, stacked, to say the least. Well, these guys are not. And then we have where is it? Foot. Foot's good. Foot's really good, to be honest. They beat Team Liquid in a pretty solid game. And then they lose to Vitality. That's okay. And then in lower bracket, beat Fnatic. That's all we know so far. But from what I've seen, like the few VOD reviews I've had, they look good. Like, they're just a solid all-around team. Not really depending on one player. Yetuj had a crazy game. But, yeah. They're pretty good. They may be able to make one tournament this year. And then at the very end, we have Vitality and Heretics. I mean, we knew this is going to be the matchup. And I don't really want to have to predict this, but I think Heretics is over Vitality still. I predicted this whole thing. Of course, I had some bias down here, but whatever. Yeah. I mean, I expect these teams to do well, but I do think Heretics is over Vitality, so far at least, because Vitality is just a much newer team, but they have some power. I'm not gonna be like they are bad or anything because they haven't lost a game. They're playing good, but they just have to keep doing that. Because they did kind of take it close with Karmine Core. Really close. And, I mean, Karmine Core could be good. I don't know. Like, literally right here. No, this one. We will see. If they're good, they're good. But I don't... They may be... I don't think they're close enough to winning a tournament yet. I think the realistic winners are T1 and Heretics right now. And Sen. And G2. Speaking of, America's time. I like that everyone has their top four together, and then we have China, who's just fully completed. A lot of stuff went down. Very confusing on where teams are. So where do we start? Which is the worst team? I think it's 2Game. I think 2Game's the worst team. They lost to Furia and Crew. They didn't look good in any of the maps that they played. They just are not a good team at all. Just period. I think they would lose to a lot of contenders teams right now. Because it's weird. They beat M80 in Ascension, which is great. But then they are like, yeah, this team's good enough to win VCT. And it's not. And they didn't trade any of their members. At least I don't think. And yeah, not great, to say the least. After that, it gets kind of more difficult. We could put Cloud9. God, it's actually really difficult. Because, like, if we look at the teams that are out, right? Out of any of these teams, we could put Furia. I think Furia is a decent shout. Furia looked really good in the offseason. Then they looked really bad here. They did beat 2Game, but, like, it's 2Game. Then they lose to Lev. But they didn't really put up a fight either, not gonna lie. And yeah, and then they lost to EG, which is a crime. Yeah. Furia, they had a good offseason. I can't lie. Beating MIBR and Crew and all these little guys. And winning in off-season tournaments, a great off-season. But then coming into the league and beating one team, that doesn't really do much. After that, I think it gets difficult. Do we go EG? I'd go EG, personally. Because they lost to Loud. In a close game, I will admit. But they still lost to Loud. And then they lose to MIBR, who's on a crazy run right now, I can't lie. I expected MIBR would be pretty ass. I still think they're not great, and this is a fluke run. But beating Lev is kind of crazy. I'm gonna put EG. I don't think they're a great team. I just think Fury is that bad. After that, we can put Cloud9 or 100 Thieves. I don't know what to do with 100 Thieves. Drop Boostio. So, like... okay. We have those players that are a quote-unquote shoot second player, where you shoot sometimes, but your comms and your leading is so good that, you know, you can beat any team. Well, they beat MIBR. Insane. And then they lose to Sen, but they always lose to Sen. It always happens. Boostio didn't have a great game, but that's okay. Then they play NRG. Boostio, what the fuck? Minus 30? I think that's the worst scoreline I have ever seen. You can shoot second like Boaster or FNS or something. You cannot play that bad. Straight up. Still. Or we can do Cloud9, who beat NRG 2-0. Zep had a nightmare performance, so everyone else was just kind of sitting there. Then they lose to G2, which is fine, because everyone loses to G2. And then they take it close to MIBR. I don't know. I don't know where to put them. Like, these teams are very even, but I'm going to put 100 Thieves lower because I don't like Boostio. And also, what is... minus 30. Minus 30. Did he have double-digit kills? 4 and 17 in an overtime game. They won it, but I, like... Dude. I see you too, Ethan. But, like, he got 12 kills. Sick. And then 7 kills, dude. And, gonna be honest, those assist numbers are not high enough to be going minus 30. You need, like, something like that. I see you too, Ethan. But he won this game. But, Jesus. Absolute nightmare. Horrible game. Oh my god. After that, where... God, honestly, all these teams are kind of decent. Cannot lie. I think Crew gets top 3. Who'd they lose to? They lost to Loud. Okay, let's... Okay, this is gonna be difficult. Who is the worst out of these? Who's the best out of these? I think... It's very difficult. I think Sen are the best right now. Just barely. I mean, G2 haven't dropped a map. Sen have been dropping maps. I think it's gonna be, as I've predicted, I think it's gonna be one of those things where Sen, lose, win, and then win. So I guess we can, oh, there goes my tier list. There, okay. I think we can put G2 above them for now, but I think those two are for sure making the tournament. The question is, teams, this, okay. I think NRG's the worst. They lost to Crew. Mata had a demon game and they still lost to Crew, because FNS, minus 30, what? Never mind. FNS, you're a bum. Actually horrible. Oh my god, what? I didn't notice that their performance was that bad. I think we're transitioning to a new era of gameplay where you can't have everyone on your team needs to be able to shoot barely. And teams with Boostio, FNS, Crashies, and the other guy, Boaster. Those teams do not work. Like, last year's a better example, but like, John QT. He's an amazing IGL, a literal genius. But he can also shoot. So if he makes the wrong call or something, at least he's shooting. That's better than nothing. Okay. Lev versus Loud. It's like a close matchup in my eyes. Lev have had, I think, like... Neither of them have had great feats, to be honest. Loud beat EG, which is nothing, and beat Crew, but then lost to Crew, so it balances out. And they took a map off Sen. While Lev beat Furia, lost to G2, and then lost to MIBR. It's like, okay. 6 and 13, dude. That's so many first kills. It was a close game, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Loud under Lev like this, and like this. Because Crew's had a great season so far. They lost to Loud because everyone played like ass. And then they go on this demon run where they beat 2 game. Who cares? And they beat NRG in a close game, but they still beat NRG because this nightmare. And then they beat Loud back, which is sick. And I think they're gonna beat MIBR, but then lose to Sun, and then yeah. So I think by the end of this tournament, this is what it's gonna look like. And honestly, I'm fine with this. I think this is a great tournament for to watch. Now, I don't know when, like, what will happen, but yeah, I think it'll be a great tournament personally. Also this thing's coming up. Here's my pick'ems if y'all care at all. Did I put Tyloo overall gamers? There we go. Uh, yeah. I think this is what's gonna happen. It's like basically same as last time. Billy could win it if these teams don't care, since it's a very meh thing. But yeah, this is my team. This is my like pick'ems and stuff. I think it's okay. There could be a tiny bit of bias, like Paper X over Nongshim or something. But like I genuinely think so far the season's been so flip-floppy. Like if we don't know because it's the first split, but like if we come back at like in the third split and this is the exact same, I'd be disappointed because I do want to see some of my teams perform better, like these guys. But we'll see. We'll see. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So yeah. I'm done. I'm done yapping. So yeah. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.